Hello, and welcome back to Crystal's Abundance YouTube channel where we are all abundant. Today we are going to be discussing smudging, basically a smudging 101. And our featured literature is Sacred Smoke by Harvest McCampbell. And this is just such a nice quick read. And it's just the imagery and the poetry included with this perfectly describes what smudging is and the reason for smudging. And it also goes into detail about certain Native American traditions regarding, spiritual beliefs and the power of smudging. And it fully explains why we should all participate in smudging. And it even talks about creation. The first chapter is called Creation. And the author goes into detail with her belief of how the world started. She said, first woman was grandmother spider. She birthed herself from the void. It took a long time, a long, long time. It took eons of time. For she had nothing to work with except the power of her own thought. She dreamed her thought into substance, and as soon as she was born, she began to spin. And then it has beautiful illustrations. I love illustrations in my books. Makes me feel like a kid again. So if you caught what she was trying to say, she was saying that symbolism for manifesting your dreams, manifesting your life is the spider. And if you believe in animal medicine, then you would believe that certain animals, we can be inspired by them and take on those certain qualities in order to gain insight into how God made the earth and what we are supposed to be doing while we're here. So in this book, she's saying that I guess her belief or a theory is that grandmother spider was the first woman and she created the world, kind of like a Mother Earth figure. And the reason why I like her analogy is because she's talking about the web we weave. And if we take on the energy of a spider starts small and she starts from within, right? The spider uses its own silk thread to create a beautiful web of possibilities. And that's what I want us to really think about. And if you get a chance, I would definitely pick up this book. And if I can find it on Amazon, I will leave the link below. I actually bought it at a crystal shop. So it's just so, to me, it's epic. It's epic, the descriptions and the way they described it. I'm not gonna, spoil the book for you, but just know that it's lit. So I would definitely pick it up if I were you. And it has really nice illustrations. And then the next chapter is suffering. Okay, and the reason why I loved it, that chapter, was because of this one paragraph that really explains things we go through in life. The mosquito suffers in the dragonfly's jaws so that there will always be dragonflies. The dragonfly suffers in the little bird's beak so there will always be little birds. The little bird suffers in the hawk's talons so there will always be hawks. I suffer the bite of the mosquito so that there will always be dragonflies and little birds and hawks. I just think that is so epic the way she explained it, because sometimes we question, why am I going through this? Or why am I suffering like this? And the answer is because if you weren't suffering, then maybe someone else wouldn't be getting their blessing. Or maybe, just like she said, it's just the way of life. And we go through periods of sadness, but, hopefully, right, our end result will make it all worthwhile, and it'll all make sense later. It will all make sense. I tell you that it will make sense. So it will make sense. So next, she has this beautiful prayer. So beautiful. She says, "Grandmothers, we stand before you. Behold us. Powers of the east, behold us. First quarter moon, behold us. Plant people who gift us colorful dyes, behold us. Rainbow woman, inspire us as we learn to express outward. Pine smudge, purify us as we begin our journey." And she just goes through all these different, poetic prayers. It's so beautiful. So then she makes another chapter, of course, about smudging. And it explains that the burning of herbs or incense is a sacred practice held in common by many traditions. In American Indian traditions, we call this practice smudging or sometimes smoking, even though the herbs may not be inhaled. Smudging can take on many forms. You may tie herbs in a bundle and call it a smudge stick and allow them to dry. There are some herbs that lend themselves to braiding, such as sweetgrass. Here I have my sweetgrass. It's a nice braid. And then she talks about some cultures put the branches or herbs directly in a campfire or onto burning wood in an indoor fireplace. But basically, what smudging is you're cleansing your space of negative energy. That's what it is. You're cleansing your space of negative energy. And energy may not be something that you can see. It may not be something you can smell. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can smell stagnant energy. And what you want to do is to cleanse your space. I cleanse my space every single day. I may not cleanse my whole house, but I cleanse each space that I'm in before I read my tarot cards, before I do my meditation. When I get my crystals, I sage my crystals. And I'll show you how to do that later on in this video. This is one of my favorites. This is amethyst. Fully charged in the full moon of our latest blue moon. Okay? So, saging is extremely important if you're trying to get in touch with your spirituality. I call it saging, but smudging, saging is similar, same thing. Some people believe that white sage is the only way to properly smudge. I don't believe that. This book also doesn't necessarily believe that. I say use your intuition and use whatever smudge is best for you. One take videos, okay, people? One take, okay? So I have here all different types that I brought out, a little show and tell. So I already showed you the sweetgrass. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I actually was able to get a hold of some dry lavender at my local grocery store. And it's already bundled, but I just lit the end of it. And it was just beautiful, beautiful white smoke. And it was epic. I loved it. Because lavender is known to soothe and to get you into a calmer place. So, it may be removing, crazy energy of maybe chaotic energy if you're in a space where it's just too much chaos, or you want to relax and just be at one with your environment. Then I have here, I have Cedar, which was mentioned in the book. And I got this from Amazon. This was actually, I'm not going to lie, for putting in your drawers. Cedar to make your clothes smell fresh. Fresh. But you can burn these. It's up to you. Use your intuition. And then they say that using a feather, using a feather is really what clears the negative energy. It removes it. Because it's been said that if you only use just the burning sage in your hand, you are, neutralizing the energy. but you have to actually use a feather to get rid of it completely. And what I do is I typically leave a window open so that the negativity can escape. Because in my mind, it's all about our intention. And in my mind, if we are in our room and we're saging and we're doing all this, we're saging, and where are we pushing it? We're pushing it around, push it outside. So I leave the window cracked. And I also leave the window cracked just in general. I know it's winter. It's not winter yet, but it's getting cold. But I still, just a little bit of crack, because I believe in my heart that when you're calling on your angels, for guidance, and you want your guardian angels to be guarding you, right? So keep it open so that it's not too much stagnant energy. Because if you notice, when you are inside the house, which we're inside the house with quarantine, right? And you're sitting in the house with all the windows closed, it's not good. It's not good, you guys. It's not good for your health. And I'm not a medical practitioner, okay? But I am a magical practitioner. And I do know that you have to let the good air in. And I just looked down at my clock for the video, and it said 11:11. For all you spiritual people out there, you know what that means. So that's a good sign. So happy. But so get yourself a feather, okay? And I got there's some really cute starter kits on Amazon. So I'm going to show you pretty much the starter kit comes with this cute shell, right? On the inside. Ignore the ashes. It's used, okay? I practice what I preach. It's so pretty where it's not ashy. It's so pretty. And this is completely washable. I can just wash it and reuse. She shells do something to me. And if you look at this, the beautiful she shells, right? I just realized that I'm wearing the matching earrings. The synchronicity. And I'm wearing the pendant too. But it's a she shell energy. And I like to have shells around me. Like I always like to have shells around me to remind me, because I'm a Cancer, so just remind me of the water somewhere around. It may not be nearby, but gosh darn it, I'm gonna have a reminder of the sea. I always like to have reminders of water, the sea, the ocean. I have this little crab here. So back to the smudging. So the starter kit I got came with this, and it came with an itsy bitsy feather. I brought it with me, but it's so small, you guys. It's such a dinky feather that I sometimes misplace it. I brought it with me upstairs, but one take video is okay. But so I started with this, and it came with the sage. I'm going to show you what sage looks like typically when it's in a bundle. I used all the ones that came with the kit. So this is what sage looks like, and I practice what I preach. I sage all the time. So you can see it's black at the tip. This actually came from Walmart. The shell came from Amazon, but this came from Walmart, you guys. Walmart is starting to have stuff for us. I'm like, wow. So it's in the candles and incense section of certain Walmarts. Let me find this feather. Still can't find it. That's why I'm trying to give you insider tips. Get a bigger feather. Get a bigger feather, okay? Get a bigger feather. That way you can clear out the energy with a vengeance, okay? Because if you've never saged before, you may need a gigantic feather, you guys. This was about, I bought this at my local crystal shop. It was about $15. The kit came with a shell. It came with a small feather. It came with one or two sage bundles like this. This is a sage bundle. It came with Palo Santo, which we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that. So basically, I just want to show you. There are different qualities of sage, you guys. So this one, in my opinion, It can hold you over in a pinch, but it's not all that. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to hook y'all up with the no's, and the yeses. Okay, this is a kind of a no. But if in a pinch, I'm sharing this with you because in a pinch, if you can't get to a crystal shop, and maybe you're freaked out a little bit by going to a crystal shop because can be sometimes paganism, it's considered paganism. I'm not really into labels. I could care less about labels, but I'm just saying maybe you're a little bit intimidated. Maybe the crystal shop is too far. Maybe you end up liking this a lot. So this one actually has some good herbs in it though. So it has the sage, but what I noticed, and this is not a critique well, actually it is a critique. What I noticed in this bundle is there aren't that many sage leaves. It's mostly sage stems. And if you compare this, I don't smoke, but if you could compare this to weed, I think that people say no stems. It's like there's like a saying that says no stems. They don't want any stems in their weed or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're saying, but I think that's what's happening here. And sage does kind of smell like weed, but it's not. It does not have marijuana in it at all. But I guess I'm just saying like, okay, like no seeds or no sticks and seeds. I don't know. You guys comment down below and tell me what I'm supposed to say with the whole weed thing. But this has mostly sticks of sage instead of the leaf of the sage. So that's why the smell is not as good. And then it also has cute little flowers. The label does not, of the box does not say what type of flowers. And you can see that it's wound with twine. And you don't have to worry about taking that off. I wouldn't take off the rope. Let it be there so that it can keep the herbs together so that when you burn it, you don't have to worry about it falling apart too much. But this does have bay leaves here. Bay leaves are really good for granting wishes, So it gives you that energy of granting a wish. It's definitely a good herb to have on your sage stick. So we have flowers here. I almost want to say, I think that might be rosemary in here too. That's another wonderful, wonderful herb. So this does serve a purpose. Obviously, I have used it. So I'm giving you critiques. I'm giving you a little heads up. The Amazon kit is a great start. But if I tilt it to the side, there are holes in it. Now, if you're having a hot, smoky item and you're putting it in here, the holes are not helping. Because what you want is you want to contain the smoldering ashes. So, yes. So what did I do? I went ahead and I upgraded a little bit. I ended up buying this cute little copper, because copper is a great conductor of positive energy. This wonderful little incense bowl. It's an incense, smudging, etc., etc. And then when I ordered it, I genuinely thought it was going to be much bigger, much bigger. But it's so nice, and it has the pentagram on there, which represents the 5 elements. And the pentagram is a positive symbol. It's not a negative symbol. It's only negative if you flip it upside down. But if the point is up, then it's a positive symbol that represents nature. So I'm going to show you how to make a smudging bowl, you guys. So this is going to be my first time doing it because I want it to be authentic. So I have here some Epsom salt, and because this was in the book that you put a little salt at the bottom. Salt is purifying. If you haven't watched my last video on Himalayan salt, check it out because it's very purifying. So it's a really good thing. So this is my Epsom salt. I keep it up here because gotta take those Epsom salt baths. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit of salt in my little copper bowl. This is a heat-resistant bowl, right? Just a little bit of salt in there to contain the heat so that it's not making the bowl too hot. Okay. I'm feeling energetic already. So then I have here quick lighting charcoal. You can get this even at certain Christian bookstores, Muslim bookstores. It's not even expensive. It's not expensive. I don't remember how much it was, but it was probably less than $10. And I imagine if you get on Amazon, if I find a link, I will put it below. I imagine if you get on Amazon, it's even cheaper. So they come in these rolls, right? This one's opened. This is what it looks like unopened. They come in these rolls, and it basically lights quickly. I believe it has some little starter fluid in there or something, so that you're not, taking too much time to light. This works for incense, and it works for herbs for smudging. So we have here, I put the charcoal, this is what it looks like, onto the bed of salt. And you guys already know, charcoal is so cleansing. That's what's in our water filters to cleanse it from the fluoride and the chloride and the lead. So just imagine how much more powerful this incense bowl is compared to not using an incense bowl. There's nothing wrong with using a shell. I love my shells. I love that. But I'm just saying that you're adding more. I think having a bowl, and also it's containing everything so that you're not having to deal with holes. You're not having to deal with holes. And I'm not a hater or anything. Like, I love the she shells, but there are lots of different shells out there, guys, that do not have holes in them. So I'm just saying, be aware that I'm trying to be safe. Let's be safe, right? Okay, so here's my weapon of choice. You can also, of course, use matches. Sometimes I like to use matches to be more natural. It's more natural to me. And then the smell, it's like that brimstone smell. They say that negative energies and entities don't like the smell of brimstone. And if you, brimstone is like sulfur, and that's what they use on the side of the box for the matches. They use sulfur. So you could definitely use this. Does something to me. Okay, and then you light it like that. But I just think for the purposes of this, to make it easier, for the purpose of the video, holding it. Woo! Whoa! Wait up. You see that, guys? One take videos, one take. Yes, hunty. You see that glimmer and shimmering and firecrackers all up in the house. Okay? Oh my gosh. I'm in my guest bedroom right now, lighting it up. See, I love fire too much, right? That was fun. Okay, so keep holding it. See what I'm doing? I'm holding it until the edge of the charcoal turns a little bit red. This is fun. So then you would know when you blow on it, oh, it's turning red. I'm going to try and get the camera without melting my laptop. Ah-ha-ha! You see that red right there? It's dime. It's dime. Woo! That was fun. Okay. Whew, that was so fun. Y'all gotta try this at home, okay? Okay. So then sweetgrass. I'm so excited. Pyrotechnics. Sweetgrass brings in blessings. So sage removes negativity. But if you're in a positive light, you guys, after you've already saged several times for several weeks, which I have done, after you are in a positive, and also declutter your house. We're going to touch on that in another video. Honey. Anyways, to the point. You can use different herbs after you've used your sage and really gotten most of the negative out. Because negative does come. The world we live in, you guys, the negative will come. It will just show up at your, it's just the way it is. It's not that I'm being negative. It's just the world is a negative. I don't want to be. But the world has its positive and negative forces, right? We can agree to that. Oh, it already smells great. I'm telling you, the charcoal adds a little something extra. It adds something that just the shell wouldn't do. Now, certain shells, you could definitely do the same ritual with the other shells. So I've already got 2 barriers of protection. The salt. Watch my last video, please. The salt. Now we have the charcoal, which is what we use in our water filters. Now we have the sweetgrass. So what all I'm doing is I'm taking this box cutter and I'm putting the herbs. I'm just shaving the herbs in there. You hear that sounds? I'm just shaving them into there. You see the smoke? Try not to burn my laptop. You see the smoke? All right, so I think I got enough of that in there. So I only use a little tiny bit. Sweetgrass is quite pricey, right? Then one of my favorite herbs, can I get a herb? Is lavender. So epic. So then I bought this at a grocery store. You can take the flowery ends, or you could take the ends of the twig. For the sake of this video, I'm just gonna take the whole stick. And what I'm doing is I'm taking it, I'm breaking it into pieces. I'm gonna show you as soon as I put everything in there. I know you can see that smoke. Oh my God. One take videos. Look at that. You gotta try this at home. So basically, white smoke is a sign that the spirits are here. That the positive spirits are here, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, this bowl's getting a little hot to the touch. Do what you gotta do, just be careful. I don't want anybody to burn themselves. That's why people usually stick to candles or potpourri. If you want to do it right, you gotta live a little dangerously. You saw the pyrotechnics earlier, okay? We doing a little dangerous. Okay, so I have that in there. And then I can also take, this is so nice. Now this is it's like, what's she doing? This is a cinnamon broom that I use to wipe down some of my countertops. Not in a way to clean it per se, but in a way to give it life. So what you can do is you can take this is cinnamon. This is pure cinnamon. You can take some of this cinnamon. Just took a chunk off, didn't I? And you can put it in your incense bowl. And if your bowl stops smoking, all you have to do, and mine is not stopping. It ain't stopping, baby. But if you in a rush and you ready to smoke it up in here, honey, you take your lighter and you can light that joint on fire. We doing too much. But hey, it might be that kind of party. So, see all that? So I'm just giving y'all tips. This bowl is a little hot. So maybe I should have added more salt. Maybe not. Maybe I need it to be hot. So then we take our feather. Remove that negativity. It helps to say it out loud. Eventually you get to a point where you can just light it because your mind is so powerful. But if you just now started smudging, I would say, and sometimes if you blow it, it lights a little bit more. I would say, God, please remove all the negativity from this room. Please remove all the negative energy, any negative intentions, and you just go around your whole house and just remove. Sometimes some people say go from the front of your house all the way to the back. Do what you feel led to do. Like I said, it's all in that book. It's all in that book. So right now, honestly, the smoke did stop. So I'm gonna put some of this in there. This is from Wally World. And I'm going to take some of that. Thankfully, I have a laptop keyboard cover. So now I have sage in here. You saw that smoke? I didn't even have to relight it. So just keep do what the spirit moves you to do. And you know what? As I already told y'all, we are what? We are the most extra. We're the most. I won the award. Self-anointed, self-appointed, self-nominated. I won. So what am I doing with my smudging? We're not going to use our hands. Let me relight this. We're not using our hands. We're up in here. We fancy. Look. We fancy up in here. This is how I smudge, okay? Because then you can really get it in. You can really get it in. You can really get it in. See that white smoke just coming up there? Okay, and you just say, I'm a pro now, so I don't really have to say it out loud, but hey, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because like I said, I smudge, but let's do it together. Come on with me. God, remove all negativity from this space. Remove all negative intentions. Remove any bit of stagnant energy in this place. Remove it with this feather. And this is all natural peacock feather. This is a real peacock feather. I made sure to get a natural one. Remove all the negativity and bring in the positive. Leave the negative out. And we can open the window and just, you see this movement? Put your elbow grease into it. And that's it. That's how easy it is. I'm getting a little high off the hay right now, you guys. Just this, it's try it and please comment down below and see how you feel. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good right now. If you want to get an African vibe with it, baby. Okay, do what you do. I am not playing up in here. Whatever I feel led to do, I say, ancestors, come up in here. Remove this negativity. Remove it. Take it away. Take it away. Banish this negativity. Anytime you're going through something, trust and believe. The energy has to go somewhere. It comes out. I got this at this place, fair trade store. So this is made by, I don't remember what country, but it's lit. So whatever you feel inspired to do. They say that the natural feathers, and these are genuine peacock feathers, that the natural feathers really bring in the positivity and push out the negativity. So you cannot compare. You cannot compare this to this. Don't get me wrong. If I'm traveling in a pinch, great. And okay, guys, story time. Oh, I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling so good. Feeling so incredible. The room is smoking. I'm feeling great. So, story time. I went to a shaman the other day, locally, and it was a great experience. And she had a bundle of feathers. It was probably several of these, maybe like 5 of these to bundle together. It was very nice, but it was bigger than this. It was like 5 of these. I'm not sure if it's a hawk feather or eagle feather. And I said to her, because I, like I said, only one comes in a kit. I can't even find the small little feather. It's just frustrating because I brought it specifically to show you. But anyways, and I said, is there something to the number of feathers that you have? Is there something to it? And she said, no, it's, and I was like, for personal use, do I need more feathers? Because I'm trying to, I'm trying to reach into my inner shaman. Okay, I'm trying to figure that out. I said, is there a method to the madness? What's going on? I didn't say that, but I was just like, what's good with the feathers? And she said, only if you're trying to, working on something big, trying to get a whole big amount of negative energy out. I was like, bet. I'm up in here like, yes, honey, yes. It's something spiritual. Try it for yourself. I'm going to link in the description below my beautiful fan. I'm going to get additional colors as well. And it was so interesting because I pulled from my Oracle deck. I'll link it down below. And it said, I pulled it and it said sensuality. But it had this woman from an Oracle deck with her feathers. And she was like this with the fans. And it was the same peacock fan. And that same day, my fan arrived. And I was just like, oh, it was meant to be. Girl, and you see the coordination? I'm giving it to you, honey. You see the peacock, the earrings, the freaking shell energy, the green. I'm giving it to you, honey. And then I am coordinated. Give me my props. Look at this is coordinated too. Be creative. Make it fun. Be creative and make it fun, you guys. And last but certainly not least, we have Palo Santo. Now this, I apologize, this is used. Sorry, I practice what I preach. Because I don't exactly know where to put the brand new ones. But we're not going to stress, are we? We're not going to stress. Pretend like this is new. So what I do the same exact procedure. So what I do is I light it. I like fire. Can you tell? I like fire. Palo Santo is a little bit more difficult to work with than sage or other herbs because it's a literally a piece of wood. And it just takes longer to light it. Because as you can see, oh, hallelujah. Oh, now they have, just as I said, it was harder to light. Ooh, la 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 la. Palo Santo is just like the sweetgrass. It brings in blessings. It leaves the positive. Sage removes negative and positive energy. So, hallelujah. So basically, same procedure. You don't even need an incense bowl. You know what the good thing? I just had a realization. The computer trying to turn off on me. The good thing about Palo Santo, and excuse me if I'm saying it incorrectly, but I'm saying it the way that I can, okay? The good thing about Palo Santo is that there's no ashes. There's virtually no ashes. So there's like almost no chance of melting your laptop, or you got your tablecloth in your kitchen and you're trying to do like this, and then the ashes get. So actually, I lied. It isn't harder to work with. It's probably easier. It just doesn't stay lit as much. As you can see, where the smoke go? It's gone just that quickly. It's gone. So it's kind of better because you're not getting rid of the positive energy. You're only getting rid of the negative. But you know what? Go with what your instinct tells you to go with. They say that if you're doing some serious work, you need to start with the sage, and then add on additional herbs, Palo Santo, and do that. Do what your heart tells you to do. But this, I just noticed that it doesn't leave a whole bunch of ashes and stuff. But like you saw, it does need to be relighted because it is wood. So it's not going to burn as quickly. They also have different versions, and I apologize if I've already said this. They have different versions of Palo Santo. They have it in chips, which I'm fitting to get next time I go to the crystal shop. And they also have composite. I want to say composite. And what I mean by that is they take small bits of, and the reason why I'm letting it burn is because if you let it burn, it'll last longer, but I'm just showing you how I would do it. There's that white smoke again. That white smoke is a good thing. That is a good thing. That's what you want. And you can also inhale it. That's in the book as well. Now, kids, don't do this at home. Don't do this. Okay. All right. So we can put it right in our instant bowl. So I'm saying the chips. They have chips and they have composited like pieces of Palo Santo that were chopped, and then they put it together so that you're getting a quicker burn. So when you get the sticks, it's a slower burn. When you get the chips, it's a faster burn. So you won't have the same issue with it going out. But the world is your oyster. I'm so happy to have shared this with you guys. And also, don't forget, you can also put your own spin on it. This I got from Amazon. I will put the links below. As you can see with this sage stick, it has little botanical flowers. I even brought the eyelashes for you guys because we fanning away all of that negative energy. I brought the eyelashes. So, the smells. Oh my gosh. Even my dog just goes crazy when I start lighting sage and stuff. He be like, I'm like, calm down. Put your own spin on it. I have my Palo Santo here. This is getting a little hot in the hand. This is also good for, so this is rose. It's too hot. Lord have mercy. It's good for just setting at your desk or your meditation area. Because then you could have it ready. You don't have to deal with, I just think the bowl is such a cute idea. I mean, I'm not the first to come up with it, but I'm just saying that's the reason why I gravitate towards it, because it's just so much easier. So you don't have to, and then you got the charcoal, you guys. So, I'm just so happy I could share this message with you. Please comment down below and tell me your experience with, sage, Palo Santo, herbs. There's so many different herbs. I hope that you are able to pick up that book. Okay. It's not even sponsored. Should be, right? Sacred Smoke. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. This is Oprah's book club right now. This has so many beautiful poems in it. It goes into depth. This is a beautiful Native American woman, and she really explains to you what it means and her tribe and the importance of saging and smudging, you guys. Do not underestimate the power of intention. Do not underestimate the power of natural herbs. You will feel the difference immediately. That white smoke means the spirit is here, okay? If you believe, it is real. If you believe. So I will try and find the link. You see she has the seashell here. She has the feather. She has the sweetgrass. Okay, so let's end in prayer, per usual. All right. God, thank you so very much for all of my beautiful subscribers. Thank you so much for this platform so I can share positive messages with people all across the world, all across the globe. I thank you for this opportunity. I want you to bless every person watching this video, God. I want you to bless them with abundance and help them to know that they are abundant and that there are no limitations except the ones that we put on ourselves. I want to ask you to just clear the negative energy. Even if that person does not have access to sage at this very moment, I want you to clear all the negative energy from their home and their space. I want you to please give them the opportunity and the resources to go ahead and get their smudging and to be at peace in their environment. I know we're home a hell of a lot, God, and we just ask that you bless our homes and clear it of negative energy and just give us that smudging energy, even if we don't have access to sage and herbs right at this moment. I just want you to inspire people to be creative with the resources that they do have. And I thank you so much for this beautiful channel and for my beautiful subscribers. And please bless every single person watching this video. Amen. You made it to the end. Congratulations. You are blessed. You are abundant. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a beautiful day.